I began fishing down here in the 90s. My father had Parkinson's disease, and I brought him to the Mosquito Lagoon in 2003 after he had to retire. And we took him out with a guide into the Mosquito Lagoon, and they set up a chair on the front of the flats boat, and he caught a really big redfish. And I have a picture of him with that redfish standing up when he had Parkinson's to show it off. And he then took it out to California, where he was living with my mom in a small cabin up in the mountains, and had it on the wall and told everyone he'd caught it in Lake Tahoe as a joke. And so I now have that mount at my house when I moved here. My background originally was from the 4th grade on. I was going to study sharks and I was going to be a marine biologist. Went off to college, got the degree and everything, and there were like no jobs to study sharks at that time. So I went into healthcare. But I've always loved the water. I love to fish. I love to be out on the water. And about 15 years ago, when we were living in Jacksonville, my wife and I said, if we could live anywhere, where would we want to be? And that place was here on the Indian River Lagoon. And we got lucky and had an opportunity to move here about 3 years ago. And so when I got here, it rejuvenated my interest in the science, and I started volunteering at different places and said, oh wow, this county's got this half-cent sales tax. What a great idea. I've learned about the Citizens Oversight Committee and said, maybe I can take my expertise in hospital administration, running hospitals, in population health and how you improve the health of a city or a community, as well as my love for the marine biology, and put those together and see if I can help through the committee and represent the people and make sure that we spend the money appropriately, that we're doing projects that are based on science, etc. I think solving problems with the lagoon is very complex. There are a lot of issues. There are a lot of inputs that are creating difficulties that you're trying to fix. And at the same time, the biggest issue we face is actually keeping people interested and understanding that this is a long-term process. We're doing things, I believe, that are correct, that are making those differences, but we're nowhere near over the hump. We're going to have to continue doing this work for a while. So keeping people engaged, because everybody can play a role in helping, whether that's a simple thing like picking up the trash to serving on a committee or volunteering to do work. So hopefully we can keep the people engaged so we can do what they did in 2016, and we can keep working to fix this lagoon. It's been really important for us. When we moved into a house here, we decided no fertilizer, no weed killer on the lawns, and the lawn's been fine. It's a little more natural looking, and so that's cool. We do plant native plants around the house. I've put rain barrels in at the house. I'm pulling tires and trash out of the lagoon, and I also am doing oyster gardening for the zoo, which has been really cool to learn that. One of the other activities I've done to help the lagoon out is I've launched Explore the IRL, which is a YouTube and Facebook channel that I launched about 1.5 years ago to get people to learn more about the lagoon, and I interview individuals and key leaders in the community. I do videos of trash pickup, I do videos when I'm out fishing and things like that, just to get people to understand all of the various things about the lagoon, helping to clean the lagoon and restore it, as well as places you can go and things you can do. It's a beautiful place. If you have questions or comments or ideas about the lagoon, my email is fredgoldsteincoc@yahoo.com. Please feel free to send me information. Happy to communicate with you all. We represent you.